Let's talk about the 11 biggest romance tropes. Romance, where everyone looks like they've stepped out of a shampoo commercial, love conquers all, and the drama is only slightly more exaggerated than a Real Housewives reunion. But you know what makes it great? The tropes. Those beautiful, predictable, yet endlessly entertaining storylines we just can't get enough of. Today, we're talking about the biggest romance tropes, what they are, examples you'll probably recognize, and how to twist them into something readers will actually gobble up like a box of chocolates on Valentine's Day. But don't worry, I will spare you the mushy stuff. So grab your tissues or your barf bags and let's get into it. The first trope is enemies to lovers. You know this one. The two leads hate each other so much, they're practically allergic to each other. Every conversation is a battle until they suddenly realize, oh no, I don't actually hate you. I love you. Same thing, right? Think Pride and Prejudice. Lizzie Bennet and Mr. Darcy's banter is basically Shakespearean foreplay. Or for a modern take, The Hating Game, where two office workers go from petty insults to, well, insulting each other in bed. Now you can twist this trope. Instead of a slow burn, why not speed things up? Have them fall for each other quickly, only to realize the real conflict is the fallout of their impulsiveness. What happens when enemies become lovers too soon? The rest of the plot could deal with the fallout, giving the trope some actual depth beyond just, ugh, I love you now. Trope number 2 is friends to lovers. Oh, come on. We all know this one. The girl who's just one of the guys, who, surprise, surprise, turns out to be the one for the guy that she's just happened to be friends with since they were in braces. Like he just woke up one day and said, hey, you're not my wingman, you're my soulmate. Look no further than When Harry Met Sally. Or if you like crying over your popcorn, Love, Rosie. Both are excellent examples of this trope. Now, if you want to twist this one, here's a tip. Instead of slowly building to the realization that they're in love, start with them already in a relationship. But secretly, one of them isn't in love anymore. This adds a layer of heartbreak and tension, making readers wonder if they'll break up or find a way to rekindle what they once had. Goodbye, cliches. Hello, feels. This one's interesting because you can definitely share the backstory where they were friends for a long time before they became lovers. We're just starting the story after the point where they've had that realization. And in some ways, working our way backwards from friends to lovers, lovers to friends, and maybe back again. Trope number 3 is the fake relationship. What could possibly go wrong when two people pretend to date? It's not like they'll actually fall in love, right? Cue the eye rolls and the predictable, we have to kiss for the act to be convincing. Spoiler, it's always convincing. An example of this one is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. It gives us Laura Jean and Peter's contractually obligated relationship that obviously turns real. And don't even get me started on The Proposal, one of my favorite movies of all time. To twist this trope, make the fake relationship one-sided. One character actually thinks they're in a relationship, while the other is just faking it for some ulterior motive. Revenge? A bet? Let the emotional fallout be the driving force of the story. That's some real juicy, soul-crushing drama right there. Trope number 4 is the love triangle. 2's company, 3's a mess. Every love triangle goes like this. One person torn between two unbelievably perfect romantic prospects. The only thing worse than making a decision, watching them make the wrong one. Examples come pretty easy to this one as well. Twilight, Bella, Edward, Jacob. Let's be real. It was always going to be Edward. Or if you prefer less sparkly vampires, The Hunger Games. Katniss, Peeta, Gale. Did anyone really root for Gale? To twist this trope, don't make the decision so obvious. What if all three involved actually fall for each other and no one is left out? A polyamorous twist could make the love triangle fresh with the new challenges that don't feel like a rehash of Team Peeta versus Team Gale. Or give the two love interests a plot twist of their own. Maybe they fall in love and leave the main character out of the equation. Trope number 5 is forbidden love. The age old, we can't be together because reasons. Whether it's family drama, social class, or straight up murder, something always keeps these two apart. There's Romeo and Juliet, the OG of forbidden love stories, or for a modern twist, The Fault in Our Stars. Nothing says forbidden love like a ticking clock. Don't get me started. I love ticking clocks of all kinds in all kinds of stories. I just think they make them better. Okay, so a twist for this trope. Make the stakes something internal rather than external. What if the main character feels forbidden to love someone because of their own moral code, trauma, or core beliefs? It's not about society keeping them apart. It's about the emotional barriers that they have to break through. Trope number 6, the ugly duckling transformation. Apparently, all you need to go from ugly to hot is a makeover montage and taking off your glasses. Thank you, 90s rom-coms. Here we have The Princess Diaries. Shy, awkward Mia becomes princess-level stunning. Or She's All That, where the transformation hinges on a haircut. Now here's a way to twist this trope to make it deeper and more powerful, I think, of a story. What if the transformation is internal instead of just external? Have the character learn to love their quirks and not change their appearance at all. Maybe it's about self-acceptance, not a glow up for someone else's benefit. Trope number 7 is the meet cute. You know the one. Two characters literally bump into each other, drop their stuff, lock eyes, and bam, instant chemistry. Because love is so easy when you have perfect hair and lighting. Think of Notting Hill, classic. Or 500 Days of Summer, where Joseph Gordon-Levitt falls for Zooey Deschanel after one elevator ride. I'm almost certain I butchered those names. Subvert the meet cute by making it a complete disaster. What if their first meeting is a total failure? No chemistry, just awkward silence, or even mutual dislike. The fun is watching them claw their way back from that terrible first impression. Now, you've got a real story. Trope number 8, amnesia romance. I almost forgot what I was talking about. This one's got soap opera written all over it. A character forgets their entire life, including their soulmate. And the whole story is about getting their memory and their love back. An example here is The Vow. The Vow has Channing Tatum trying to make Rachel McAdams fall in love with him again after she forgets him. Also, 50 First Dates. Sort of amnesia, but daily. To twist this trope, instead of amnesia, try selective memory loss, where the character remembers everything except their love story, or have them fall for someone else during the memory loss. What happens when they regain their memory and now they have two love interests? Spicy, right? Trope number 9, the bad boy. Think leather jackets and motorcycles. He's moody, brooding, and definitely has a motorcycle. But don't worry, he'll magically change because love is the ultimate therapy, right? And Love is Blind, too. Here's an example where the bad boy is practically a walking red flag. Or the ultimate, Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff, the bad boy to end all bad boys. Here's a way to twist it. Instead of having the bad boy become soft and squishy, why not have him stay a bad boy? The twist is that the heroine doesn't fix him and instead learns that she deserves better. Character growth and a feminist message, 2 for 1. All right. Trope number 10, the secret royal. Oh no, turns out your boring boyfriend is actually a prince. Time for a tiara, palace, and lots of bowing. An example here is The Princess Diaries, obviously, or The Prince and Me, because nothing says love like surprise royal duties. The twist here in this trope could be make the royalty a curse, not a blessing. What if they're royalty from a crumbling, chaotic kingdom and their love interest wants nothing to do with that life? Instead of luxury, it's a life sentence. Now that's conflict. We finally made it to trope number 11, the second chance romance. Oh, the exes. They meet again years later, and suddenly all those unresolved feelings bubble up. So original. An example is Persuasion. Jane Austen nailed it. Or for a more modern take, Sweet Home Alabama, where Reese Witherspoon has to choose between her successful new life and her rugged, down-to-earth ex-husband. Classic dilemma, right? Now, to twist this trope, instead of letting old sparks reignite, what if one character's moved on and is no longer interested? The real conflict becomes learning how to let go of the past, even when it shows up uninvited. Readers could be on the edge of their seats, waiting to see if the other person catches up emotionally or gets left behind in the dust of old memories. Tropes are great, but nothing keeps readers coming back for more like a good plot twist. The next time you're tempted to write a character who's just too good at hating their love interest, throw them a curveball. Make them confront their feelings early. Make them fall in love too fast. Or better yet, make them realize they're better off alone. Whatever you do, just make it fresh, surprising, and maybe throw in a leather jacket or two for good measure. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite trope, and most importantly, don't let your love life turn into a bad rom-com. Unless it's funny, then, I guess go for it.